For the past 8 months, I've coached over 400 people ranging from level 1 all up to 3k elo faceit. In this video, I compile the biggest mistakes I've seen in each rank, how to work on them, and why it's important to fix them. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment and sub. Also, all these clips are taken from individual coaching sessions and the school I recently opened. If you guys want to check that out, link in the description. Like right here, man, if you just like stop, spray like 8-10 bullets and like start at the head, spray down, you get the skill easy. Here you kind of like trying to like burst like this, right? And he just like this should be your kill right here. And see, you let him escape. The most common mechanical mistake I see level 1s and 2s do is that they have the wrong idea of the shooting styles that there are in CS. So when they take fights at close, long distances, it kind of looks like this. So they peek out and they do these weird bursts as if it's Valorant, and they usually don't stop on time. And for this elo, I'd like you to focus on trying to get kills between 4 to 10 bullets and just spraying down. You don't need to know the whole 30 bullets spray pattern to get kills, because majority of the kills you should be getting is between 4 to 10 bullets. And plus, if you just aim straight down, so when you're peeking out, if you just aim straight down, see, most of your bullets are just going in the same place. And this is me just moving my cursor down. So instead of trying to do these bursts and move after every shot, try to commit more to fights and to spray down. So for example, I'm peeking the jungle player here. I'm gonna strafe out, stop, pull down, reset, go again. Instead of doing these bursts, I'm just gonna start the head and pull down, just as shown. And as you can see, all the bullets, if I just literally pull straight down, it all goes in one place.
Yeah.
Let's see.
This.
Yeah, you don't stop because look where your bullets go, right?
Yeah, I haven't counter-strafed yet. I'm gonna be honest. I just lost my damn mind here because it was an op, and I got freaked out, and I threw this round.
With level 3s and 4s, the same mechanical mistakes are quite present, but more often than not is what I noticed is that people don't stop on time and have a really bad habit of not stopping on time before they actually start shooting at their target. So majority of the times when they peek someone, it looks like this. So you see, when I don't stop on time, my bullets don't go where I want them to go. It should be looking like this. So when you're strafing out, you fully stop and then you shoot. So all your bullets go on the same target. And this is actually a mistake I see quite frequent in all levels, but more prevalent in the lower elos. So how are you going to work on this is you're going to download this aim hub, which is going to be in the description. You're going to go on this pressure plate and click start. And what you're going to be focusing on, as soon as the arrow pops up, you're going to do a left strafe and you're going to stop on time and make sure you get the kill as quick as possible. Again, strafe left, get the kill. Okay, I think I'm gonna see a theme already. Do you ever use the top mid smoke on Mirage or not much?
No.
Level 5 to 6 is where people start shooting back a bit more, and you can't always carry on your mechanics alone unless you're smurfing or you're some talent, and the average person will need to know utility in order to make the difference in the game, whether it's a lose or win. So on every map, on the maps you play, you need to know the essential utility. And how do you know what utility to use? Is either there's a bunch of content available online, or you can check out my CS2 school where I cover the essential utility. But for example, on Mirage, it's a must to know all the instas, top mid, and A exec smokes. So for example, right here, this is insta window smoke, which instantly lands, so you can take mid aggressive. Again, on A, you can learn the A exec smokes, which you can do by yourself if you ask your teammate for a drop. As shown. And what this utility does is makes you a more advanced player who can offer to call rounds, who can win your team games just by doing simple calls like this. I'm gonna flash for you guys, and you're gonna be able to win rounds. Rather than a lot of times I see people go out mid and they just end up just like staying here, dry peeking into the upper, and they don't do top mid smoke, they don't do insta, and then they wonder why they lose games on Mirage, for example, because they don't know a single set of utility. And if all 5 players don't know the instas, or they don't know the top mid smoke, the T side is already doomed, and you're gonna lose no matter of how good you are individually if you don't know how to take mid control. So I highly suggest in every single map that you play, you need to know the essentials, essential utility. And then number 2, you do the slowest like peak possible, right?
Yeah,
You
dude.
come close
Left
to the
side
wall,
walking in.
he
Yeah.
sees, and look at your right. Like there's no way you're.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm never winning that.
yeah. Biggest mistake I see level 7s and 8s do, and below as well. But from coaching, this is the one I've seen at this EO specifically, is that they don't pre-aim and they don't use their keyboard to aim for them as well. So what this means, let's say for example on short, you want to re-aggress mid and you want to clear boiler. A lot of people, they just kind of go like this, and their crosshair is just like this, and they're kind of reacting what's happening like this. They're not pre-aiming, and they're not moving. They're not like using their mouse and keyboard to their advantage. So they're just walking in a straight line, and they're aiming like this. So they're just walking out, and already they have to react directly. Instead, what you should be doing is, let's say you want to re-aggress short, and you want to clear boiler. You're gonna walk up close. You're gonna hold a bit, and when you're ready to take the peak, you're gonna position your crosshair where you think the player is gonna be, and then you're gonna move up. When you're ready to peek, you're gonna position your crosshair. So you're not gonna go like this. You're gonna walk up, hold, then position your crosshair where you think the enemy is gonna be, your crosshair placement, and then use your keyboard to aim for you. And then at the end, you micro adjust to the player. So again, when you're gonna peek out, you're gonna walk up, put your crosshair where you think the enemy is gonna be. You're gonna use your keyboard to do the aiming for you. This is a huge thing that people don't use at the lower elos at all for some reason. And just aiming with your keyboard right now, I'm not even holding my mouse. The keyboard is doing all the aiming for me because I already pre-aimed. And then at the very end, you just micro adjust because your crosshair placement isn't always going to be perfect. So ideally, it should look like this. So nice and easy, and the T's will have no chance. Now for the higher elos from level 8 and above, the biggest mistake I see a lot is that players have no idea actually how to play their positions or how to approach a T site or how to approach a certain map. And what they don't do is they just waste a bunch of hours, like 10 hours a day, just queuing, full brain dead mode, and they don't actually improve. And the best way to actually develop yourself as a player is to start watching uh, demos of pro players, pro matches, specifically pro players in positions that you play the same positions that you play on the CT side. Same thing on the T side. If you're more of an aggressive player, then you would watch a player like Donk that goes for more aggressive peaks, has more initiative. If you're a more passive player or like an anchor player, you're probably gonna watch like someone like Jimfat who's way more passive and kind of like laid back. If you're an opper, you're obviously gonna watch an opper. And by doing this, you're just gonna get so many fresh ideas. You're gonna understand how to path correctly, what utility to use, how to take certain sites, what priority do you have, like what space to take. For example, in Mirage, you know that taking mid is the most important part of the map. And if you're consistently watching demos, learning from your mistakes, and getting new ideas on how to get aggressive peaks, what to do in 4v5s, you're gonna be such an advantage over people who kind of just like spam pugs every day and purely rely on their mechanics and they don't develop themselves as a player. And what you can do, guys, is there's so many resources, so many YouTube channels that upload faceit VODs of other players. So, for example, if you want to understand how to be aggressive towards mid on the T side on Mirage, you can type in Donk faceit, and there's going to be a million options. You open up the video, and you instantly see how Donk paths towards mid. We know there's a top mid smoke, there's an insta. He takes this pathing right here, and by doing this, you just understand more timings, and you just like make yourself such a better player compared to everybody else. I highly suggest you start doing this once you gain a lot more elo and you start to understand the game a bit more.